second in the European Championship, so be there and roundabouts, I'm sure. And Bizan's first in Zagreb and third in the European Championships of Latvia. He's the number 3 seed, and number 4 is Boldriev of the Ukraine. So any surprises that you can see there? Well, we've got Barbosa of Brazil. They've always got a really strong team out, haven't they, the Brazilians? And they'll be there and roundabouts. Harvent of France also in that top little quarter at the top there.
And again, no Japanese.
Yeah, which is
they'll be coming up from 81.
Surprise, isn't it? Yeah, it will be interesting, won't it, just to see how they do that tomorrow. Will be.
Yeah.
Plus
right,
90s
plus
then. Kokolov of International Judo Federation there, the European champ, first in Strasbourg. But Kokolov is absolutely the top favourite there. He's got the Mongolian probably first fight, the winner of Mongolia and Latvia. The number 2 seed there, the winner in Almaty and ASEAN, is Goldo Shakayev of Kyrgyzstan, and so that's the number 2 seed. Number 3 seed there, Tataroglu of Turkey, who
big
is
name to live up to.
Yes, European third and first in Tbilisi, and down in that quarter as well, Arai Dota of Japan. So they have got a heavyweight representative. So they must be thinking about the team, mustn't they?
Right. We are going to start by taking a look at the opening contest on mat number 1. It's in the plus 90 kilo category. Tumur Churdua Mungun Erdena of Mongolia goes up against Yanis Strazdins of Latvia. It's Tumur Churdua of Mongolia in the white judogi, Strazdins in blue.
Well, we often see a lot of Ippon scores in the heavyweight divisions, and you tend to think that they're going to be just a little bit slower, but they are always very, very dynamic with a lot of their techniques.
We've already had our first little click on the Judo Prediction League. 75% of those who voted have gone for Tumur Churdua, and I decided that I'm perfectly happy for people to enjoy the little bit of fun that they have with the Prediction League. I think it's really interesting. It's all one who was bent over, but Strazdins dodged the bullet there because he didn't do anything.
No, it didn't really.
He just got away with that.
I think that's just a little bit unfair, when you've got a situation like that.
Especially as it's the second penalty, and there's so much time left. Chance for the Mongolian to work on the ground now. He hooked the left leg in, and then as he put the hands in, took the left leg out. What was the purpose of putting the left leg in for? He's lucky I'm not his coach.
I was saying a little bit earlier, it's just having direction and, knowing what you're going for, knowing what you've actually done 1,000 uchikomi on.
Exactly. His arms are open.
You can tell when they haven't.
Easy to hook in. So you hook in, then you put the arms in and you take the leg out. Where were you going? I don't know. But they are cadets.
Yeah,
okay.
It's down to their coaches, to drill them and to drill them in realistic situations and get them to finish the technique off and take them through the sequences of the movement. and what we see is a lot of them going from sequence 1 to sequence 5 without the other bits in the middle. Now, they're good techniques here from Trasdins. So he's going to hold him here now. Yushiro Kasagatami
much better now.
Turns it into Munigatami and just needs to readjust his weight now.
Just a little bit too far over for me, isn't he? And Tumurchada didn't really take advantage of that with an attempted roll. Anyway.
Yeah, it's early bath, isn't it, for Mongolia here, but that kind of delayed Makikomi there. It was all part of one movement, so he gets the Bozari scored and then just needed to hold for the 10 seconds.
He reminds me a little bit in stature of the Korean who flirted with plus 100 for a while and then came down to under 100 and did a really good job.
Well, he was world champion, wasn't he?
Because he was so short. Really nice position to be in sometimes, where your body stature is so awkward for your opponents. Right, we come to the second of the contests in the plus 90 kilo category. Lebase Indie of Senegal goes up against Zhang Juanwu of Chinese Taipei. NDA in the white judogi, Zhang in blue.
Well, he's got a good sleeve and lapel grip. Needs to use that now.
Yes, that's the nice position to be in.
Well, you dominate the sleeve and the lapel there. You should be putting in the attacks there. Ideal opportunity, whether it's with the Ashiwaza or you can't just dominate the sleeve. And
there's another one. Well, at least that's consistent with what happened in the first contest. And that was, I would not have been against the idea of both of them being penalised there, because you had the dominant grip, but you didn't do anything.
No, exactly. Well, otherwise, I mean, we could go all the way through, couldn't we? And just have a dominant grip, no attack, and we win the match.
You win the match, yeah. There you go again. Hasn't moved once.
No, is he going to put some kind of technique in?
Well, I'm not going to count that as one. Sorry. But I will that. At least there was something there.
Chang, just a little drop C and Aggie there, pops it in. At least he's having a go.
And what it begins to look like to me now is that NDI is able to use his nice height and his nice reach to get these dominant grips, but doesn't do anything from it. He's had his hand trapped for most of the contest. He can't come up and grip where he would like to, but his opponent is not doing anything with it.
He literally hasn't attacked as he
let's see
wants.
what happens here.
Hasn't. I mean, surely he's going to give it both ways now. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
good,
I mean...
Well done, Ramsey, saying, yep, you've got the dominant grip. The Chinese Taipei fighter is passive, but...
It hasn't gone up yet.
It hasn't gone up?
No.
Oh, now it has. Yeah. And the reason the referees stopped that is because he's seen in the middle of an action a Shido go up there, and he's just stopped and thought, oh yeah, I did give a Shido. That has thrown him. He's seen a Shido go at that, and that to me
at the wrong time.
At the wrong time, and that shows to me that he's really keeping an eye on it. Let's see what he's given here.
Well, he gave the Ippon for that, and I'm sorry, I don't think that was. I think that was more his opponent. There's not enough direction there. I don't think so. He hasn't done any attacks so far, so I don't know why we should count that one.
Yeah, they've given it.
Well.
Right. Going to leave you with Neil for a moment. I think we're going to I'll just introduce the next one. This is in the plus 70 kilo category, by the way. Oh no, it isn't. It's still on mat number 1. That was my mistake. Coming up next, Gabriel Santos of Brazil goes up against Isaac Zucker of the United States of America. It's Santos in the white, Jodogi Zucker in blue. Here's Neil.
South American battle here, and well, like I said, the Brazilians have 2 representatives in this category. They got a good history of heavyweight. There's a nice technique there. Beautiful Ouchigari Uchimata there from Santos. Started that completely different, didn't he, than the previous match. Had his grip, knew exactly what he wanted, hopping Uchimata, well, Ouchi into Uchimata, and finishes it all off. This is all to get through the first round, to get to the third round of competition. Then the next one will get to the quarter-finals. So Antoniou of Cyprus up here against Bukhamsin of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Good opportunity for some of these guys to get an experience at a World Championships. Step out there in the middle of that tatami. Not an easy feat. And remember, this is plus 90 kilograms. That means that potentially they could be 92, 93 kilos there. And it could be that they're fighting people 140, 150 kilos. So the differential, the weight differential is immense. And nice Sianagi there from Bukhamsin. Oh, what a technique that was. Beautiful technique there. Bukhamsin didn't stand a chance. Ashi was at first. Second one, Diashi Barai there, and just sweeps his feet as if he was on a banana skin there. Beautifully taken. And Bukhamsin accepts it with grace. Nice little Ashiwaza. How nice to see Ashiwaza done at these championships. Well, I always like to see good feet, and I think that they are the essence of breaking balance and creating space, and sometimes they throw for ippon, sometimes they set it up for the ippon. So you can hear the crowd now. Halililigic of Bosnia Herzegovina on home ground here up against Ergin of Turkey. Well, a lot of these, we've just seen them just gripping up sleeve and high lapel. And that's going to be a Shido there for Halalagic. Just gets caught on the edge there, and remember that 90% of the people caught on the edge, if you're caught on the edge there, it doesn't matter if your opponent's guiding you, then you will probably get the Shido against you. And there's Wazari there with the Uchimata, hopping Uchimata. Just got to hold him there now for 10 seconds. Halalagic then loses the match, and it's Ergin of Turkey through to the next round. Going through these heavyweight early rounds very, very quickly here. Bogdan Petri of Romania next up against Leventi Debos of Hungary. Sheldon said at the beginning of this program that you can just click on to the mat number 1, 2 or 3, and we won't always be there commentating, but you can see the fights, and when it comes to the final block, of course, then it's all on mat number 2, so you have us all the way through all the medal matches. So Magash there from Petri. Just about to say Debos has got to do something. So one Shido up there to Debos. He's got to get on his bike a little bit now. Well, the Japanese representative Nakano on mat number 2 with the plus 70 kilos category there, just gone down a Wazari to the Brazilian. Petri then just ahead, but he's dominating the sleeve, he's dominating the lapel. I wasn't sure whether Sheldon, you might want to just go up to mat number 2, where interesting little confrontation in the plus 70 kilos there.
I'm keeping an eye on Suarez of Brazil, and Nakano of Japan. It's Wazari apiece, and there's a little over 2 minutes left to go. You just see that in the corner.
Yeah, let's go over to it. You can stay on this if you want, and without the commentary. We're going to go to mat number 2.
We just have to hang on because our technician is distracted at the moment. But there's a little over 2 minutes left in that. And you can just see in that scoreboard on the right-hand side, that's from the adjoining mat, and that's where we're going to go once we can. That little makikomi from, is it Dobos? Failed.
Yeah, it's all over
done now.
Anyway, that I was going to chase the Ippon, but in the end...
But we're going to get it anyway.
We are going to get it. So let's have a look at mat number 2, just the Ippon from Nakano of Japan. She went a Wazari down. This is on mat number 2, just about to happen. She went a Wazari down, brought a Wazari back, and then finishes the whole thing off with a big Ippon.
This is the mat 2.
So Ashiwaza again, just brilliant stuff, isn't it? And it doesn't look much, but that just it's the drive as well. It's not just the Ashiwaza, it's the drive as well. So Nakano wins it.
Back on mat number 1 now, Petra and Dobos. 2 penalties against the Hungarian. We just bumped into Sven Mahesh.
Tatami 2 next contest, first round for the men under 90 kilogram category. In white, judogi from Georgia, Nodar Alapashvili. In blue judogi from Sweden, Alfred Verwood. The winner in white from Romania, Bogdan Petre. Next contest on the dummy 1. First round for men over 90 kilogram category. In white, judogi from Ukraine, Yaroslav Onochenko. In blue, judogi from Greece, Ioannis Kostelidis. Tatami 2, the winner in white, judogi from Georgia, Nodar Alapashvili. Next contest on Tatami 2. First round for men under 90 kilogram category. In white from France, Kezia Akwan. In blue from Armenia, Arsen Hayrapekian.
kind of determination. There it is. So Makikomi in the end. And I was just about to say, if he attacks with one strong attack, I think it will all happen. And that Makikomi there, just proof of what I just said. So Makikomi comes across, keeps the arm under control, and takes him flat on his back for the ippon.
Oh, this happened on mat number 2.
Nice Uchimata there.
Mr. Lim in the middle there.
Tried to step off it, didn't he? Didn't quite get off it though. Here we go, Zolda Shikeyev of Kyrgyzstan then, and here he is up against Balok. Zolda Shikaziev then just stepping outside of the area there, part of the action, so they'll let it go. And Balok just taking it forwards and taking it to him. Nice Ashiwaza there. Oh, he's got it. He's got the shimiwaza there. That didn't look as if it was going to go on there, but soon tapped out there, didn't he? Zolda Shikeyev then goes through yet again to the next round, to the quarter-final stages. He's the first one to do it. Koshi Jimmy, and just needed to just get the application sorted to apply it. So now it gives us a chance to have a look at the second Brazilian, and the second Brazilian is going to step out here against Zalishvili of Georgia.
Representing Georgia, Nicholas Zalishvili. Please come immediately on tatami 1.
So there's a 30-second clock on him now. If he doesn't get out there in time, Zalishvili has got an early bath. Well, who knows what has gone on here, but I can't see Zalishvili getting out here in time here. The clock's just gone, and that means then that he's going to get the contest awarded to him. And I guarantee now that I'm going to see Zalishvili just absolutely bombing out. Well, that's amazing. He was about to... Oh, this happened on mat number 2. Just have a look at what happened here. Hooks in for the Uchimata, and just Uranagi then flat on his back there. Just stayed that little bit too long, didn't he, in there? Well, Zalashvili never made it, so Zalashvili is not going to come out, and Fagundes of Brazil will go through to the next round. So Zolt Zakaziev then of Kyrgyzstan will be up against Fagundes of Brazil in the next round. Well, it's all happening. Messi Ebazon of Canada then here up against Ochur of Mongolia. Mongolia had 2 representatives in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, they're going to need a second one because the first one went out in the first round.
Yeah, and they've got a good history of heavyweights, haven't they?
He went out to the Senegalese, didn't he? Look at the height difference in this. There's no way that Ochur should be battling away in
I'm sorry,
plus
but
90 kilos.
I'm a really big believer in this. The heavyweight division is lacking another weight category. There should be a heavier weight. 90s plus enables somebody at 160 kilos or 150 kilos to fight somebody
91.
at 95. Yeah, 91. Yeah, and that's not right for me. Good attacking here from Messi Bazon. Yeah, no, I really fully believe that. Well, something's going down, and
that's the Georgian who should have come out and failed to come out. It's too late now, I think.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, he's complaining, but it's absolutely too late now because it's already been awarded.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see why it is that he didn't come out.
Yes.
Well, they can sort that out, and we'll let you know when we find out.
Somebody's made a big mistake, and I probably the gentleman in front of me is the one that did it. Oh, that's it. Osodagari. Messi Basson just threatened that all the way along, didn't he? Absolutely threatened it. Osoto, and just manages to turn it so that he takes him onto his back there.
And Messi Besson John doesn't agree with Neil about the weight differential. He's perfectly happy with the way things are.
We were just saying, weren't we, that weight differential, I mean, and also in wrestling they do put a cap on it, and I know there are a lot of people out there that don't want, we don't want the cap, we want it to be open for everybody, but I think for safety reasons, we need to look at the heavyweight divisions without a doubt. And I always pushed for that as when I was in charge of the cadets.
Right, let's see who we've got coming up next. I like to have a look at it from that contest order. We're down on mat number 1. It's Ramazan Ahmadov of Azerbaijan. He's up against Zan Kostan. Let's see if we can get this. Kostanjesek of Slovenia. Yaziri picks up a penalty for grabbing the leg, and we've had some action on mat number 2.
This is mat number 2. What a Tanio Tosh that was. Beautiful. Absolutely. So from the Uchimata, sudden change of direction there, and absolutely buries him.
Do you know something? You could have a highlights reel of all the ippons scored by the Bosnian athletes.
Yeah, be a good one, wouldn't it?
There've been plenty, and that was another one there.
Well, I mean, credit to them. They're all looking for the ippon, and like I said at the beginning of the programme, we've seen so many just looking for ippon.
Yeah, Pajic, I think that was, on mat number 2. Or Pajik. Pajik with the ippon on mat number 2. No score yet between Ahmadov and Kostanjesik.
I'm just looking here at some of the fights that are about to happen. Maybe it'd be a good idea to have a look at some of the minus 90 kilograms contests as well that are going on at the moment.
Just let our man know wherever you want.
So let's go to mat number 2 then. Bulatovic then is just having a look now. So we've got Bulatovic here up against Krasudidis of Cyprus, and Bulatovic is in white here. So we'll have a look at the under 90s, see how they're progressing. Another Tanio Tosh there. Gets the Wazari. All out attacking here from Bulatovic. Oh, that's going to be it. Second Wazari there to Bulatovic. So Bulatovic goes through, and now so I'm just looking now at the next match here on mat number 2. Vatskava here up against Kinapolu. And this is the ladies under 70 kilograms category here. First time we've seen the under 70s on this mat, and Kananpolu of Greece just in a little bit of trouble here. Gvatshava of Georgia looking for the Newaza. Good to see the Georgians with their women now progressing through and competing at world level. Kananpolu looking so much taller than a Georgian opponent here, and so aggressive, non-stop attack. Well, we haven't seen a golden score yet. Nice to see that they're just going through these preliminary rounds and going through them quickly as well. Well, non-stop, isn't it? Kanapolu just attacking first time every single time here. And I've got to give credit here. Kavetsava is attacking as well and preventing any kind of penalties there. That shimmy definitely wasn't underneath the neck. Well, now I think that it's up to Kavetsava to take the initiative here. Now she does. Not strong attacks, are they? They're not strong attacks, but just about getting away with them as attacks. Well, she didn't get away with that one there. She gets the Shido on the board. Starting to feel the effects now. Kanapolu of grace. Now then, that wasn't far off. Ouchi, oh look at that, beautiful. Ouchi Kouchi, and then Ashiwaza there just to drive her onto her back. So a nice little bit of Ashiwaza. Ouchi Ko and then Ko Soto, all three in one combination there. There's the Ouchi, there's the Kouchi, and then the Ashiwaza Ko Soto there to take her onto her back. So Kanapolu of Greece then goes through to the next round. Kanapolu then goes through. She'll be fighting Gonzalez of the USA in the next round. Pajic then of Bosnia and Herzegovina up next up against Askat, Kazakhstan, and Askat in blue here. Pajic then in white. Let's just have a look what happened on mat number 3 here. Massive Surigoshi there. Big hips as well, was it? Big Soto Makikomi there. Right the way over. Big boom we heard in the other end of the stadium there, and Philip enabled us to see it. And that Makikomi there from Pajic doesn't quite get the rotation. Well, a lot of Makikomis in the heavier weight divisions. Hara Makikomi, Soda Makikomi, and we see all different variations, don't we? But seems to be a very popular technique with the heavier divisions. Askat definitely the one taking the initiative here. That wasn't far off there with the shimmy was up. And that's going to score. That's going to be a Wazari scored. And that Soto Makikomi there takes Pajic all the way over. Now just got to hold her for 10 seconds. Well, not so sure that that's not Osai Komi. That looked like all right to me. This was one of the. This was definitely one of the things that we were going through here with the referees, and the fact that that was Mate there, and was she going across the face? That's the main point. Here's the Makikomi, and Makikomi straight into the hold down. Askat now right on top of this match. 1 minute 32 still to go. Well, yet again, just keeps plugging away with it, Askat. Just coming up to the last minute. Should be quick Mates here. No, they're not really looking as if they're going to get anything on the ground.
Alapishvili. Had the Brazilian not been there, then one could have said that the process was delayed. But the process was quite clearly not delayed, and had you presented yourself correctly in the first place, then you'd have done exactly what the Brazilian did, which was to be there. So the fact that the Brazilian was there tells us there was a problem, and the problem was down to you.
Wow.
It wasn't the process. So unfortunately for the Georgians, they were unable to present themselves in time.
Well, big lesson to learn, and
tough one.
That's where it is. Tough. Come all this way to World Championships and you don't make it out onto the mat.
Under 70 kilos, these girls, they look quite tall for under 70 kilos.
Yeah, just look at them next to the referee there as well. You're right.
Mind you, Navikaiti, you can see that she's tall and very slim. Silver is a little bit more like the usual 70 kilo body type.
Yeah, which is strong, isn't it? You know, they're Silver here. A lot to live up to, her name-wise, from Brazil.
Almost threw herself.
Well, and also left it open there for that shimiwaza there. I hope it's not underneath the neck there.
Missed the chance there. Navikaita, I think. Poor effort from Silva, and as Neil was saying, just left herself open, and Lithuania not able to take advantage of it. Ooh, going to see down on mat number one. Guess what you're going to see from mat number one.
Nice little lip on here.
And the technique.
Nice little ouchi there. And good change of direction, wasn't it? Started as an uchimata and then changed direction completely. So the number 1 seed there goes out. It's the European champion that just went over the top there.
Thanks for coming.
And that's going to be a penalty there for, well, I thought that she just stepped out there. Navigate just walked out, literally just walked out. Well, got away with it there, but I didn't think there was any action when she went out there. Already 2 Shidos on the board, Silva pushing forwards.
Libassa Ndiaye of Senegal is on number 1.
And, well...
And this is... You're going to see shortly what happened to him.
So we're going to go over to mat number 1, just have a little look at that technique.
That was also
Silva scores a Wazari.
Yeah, Uchimata. Also Komi as well. Yeah, this is what happened.
Mat number 1, lovely switch there. What a beautiful switch there. Look at him just dipping one way and just gets the cell and then changes direction to the Kosoto. Beautiful.
6 seconds that took.
Yeah, talk about action-reaction there. Totally sold that. And Silva, the winner here on mat number 2. Plus 70 kilos then gives us a chance to have a look at Miando Lau of France up against Lingley of Canada. Well, you talk about differential, weight differentials, here we have it. We're talking about weight differentials.
You're going to see it here.
Yeah, well, we do see it here, don't we? Yeah, and Miandi Lau there, towering above her opponent, means that Lingley of Canada has to stay moving. And that is going to be a Shido. Immediately, Shido there, just dropping down, no hands.
I think they I had a chat with her earlier on before she got to the mat. Grace Esther, her name is Miandu Lahu.
Miandu
Lahu. Yeah, because I thought, let me just check and see how you pronounce the name, and she had to repeat it for a third time because she's so softly spoken. Can you imagine the size of the athlete, and she's so softly spoken? So do you mind saying that again? Grace Esther Miandi Lahu. And I tell you what, Neil, they talk about potential. I know, who was it from the British team that used to coach the women's team? Karen, oh gosh. Anyway, Karen used to say there wasn't anything like potential. There were people who could be developed, but everyone had potential. It was just a question of how much.
It's true though, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you need raw material with which to work, then you've got it here. She towers over Lim Hee-tae, the referee. She towers over Lingley, her Canadian opponent.
They pride themselves, don't they, the French? Look at that beautiful Ashiguruma there. Oh, dear me. Absolutely buries her.
Yeah, she's, as you said, gonna, you're gonna fight people who are several weight classes below you and simply don't have the kind of physical attributes to deal with that kind of weight.
Well, everything that we were saying earlier is here,
illustrated there.
Yes, it is. Myendi Lahu then goes through to the next round, and we just wait. And
we'll let you know about Brandy Lingley, because we'll wait until the physio comes off the mat with her, and we'll make sure that she's okay. But that's a perfect illustration of the kind of protection that we should be offering the athletes, and the only way you can do that is to ensure that you've got a much more, and she's up on her feet, walks off on her own bows, and she's back up on the feet with some sore ribs. Luckily, that's all it is, but it could very well easily have been.
Well, it doesn't
else.
happen, does it? It goes. There are 6 kilos from 60 to 66. 7 kilos for the next one, 8 kilos for the next, 9 kilos for the next.
And then 10.
And then you can
for
have
final,
a differential of
from 90 to 100.
90 to 90.
I mean, I'm talking about in the senior one.
Yeah, but then here, now...
But then when you get the 90 plus, there's no limit. So we don't know what... Well, I don't know what...
Well, they need to look at it, for sure.
Myendi Lahu weighed in at this morning, but I think it was a lot more than 90.
Sure. But nice technique there from her. Yeah. Let's not discredit her in any way.
Right, I'm just going to go and check on Brandy Lingley and come back and let you know, yeah?
Okay. Plus 70 kilos, we're still on here. Solomon against Lecout. Lecout in blue here, and Solomon of Egypt in white. All of these matches to reach the semi-final, the quarter-final. Sorry, last 8. Nice attempt there with the Kosoto, and put herself in trouble here, Lecout. And Solomon on top there, she has the Osai Komi, just needs to hold it here for the 20 seconds here, and doesn't need to move far, she's already got it, and then readjust the hips there just to secure it, and it was a mistake, wasn't it, from Lecout? Just have a look at number 1, mat number 1. Big Surigoshi here, off the belt. Went one way, then went the other one.
Yeah, all okay with Miss Lingley. Just had a chat with her. A couple of sore ribs, but she was smiling and standing with her teammates. She said, yeah, just winded is the way she put it.
Yeah, quite lightly. So this contest, Vranjes of Croatia up against Suri of Mongolia. Very tall, rangy fighters in this category. Oh, now then, that was a Kouchi, I thought, from Batsuri. And then Varangi's decides to counter. Watch this. Kouchi didn't have the foot though. Didn't take the foot. So I think probably best not to give anything there. And they're having a second look at it. Oh, they've given a Wazari there to the Mongolian Batsuri. The foot, if that had made contact, then it would have been Varangi's that would have got the nod there. And that Kouchi there finishes it all off. And Batsuri there with a nice little Kouchi. It's all too little, too late there from Varangi's. It was a nice Kouchi. She was looking for the counter, wasn't she, all the time? That's what she was looking for.
The winner of the W2 in blue judogi from Mongolia, Batsuri Yang.
I think that's
They didn't give it.
So Heric, Slovenia here up against Nakano of Japan. Nakano had a little bit of a scare in her first round match, and she was a Wazari down, had to come back from behind. Not a big heavyweight, is she, Nakano? But there's not many other than Miss Asahina, who was a big lady, but the others have been quite short, haven't they? You know, not necessarily big.
Well, Asahina wasn't tall, was she? She was broad,
yes,
if you like. Sone is also short.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Sone was short.
And they've never had the kind of Chinese type tall heavyweights, and we've just seen with the French heavyweight who's really, really tall. They've gone for the shorter.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nakano's in that mould, isn't she?
Nice little turnover there from Nakano.
She could be under 78.
Yeah, she really could, couldn't she?
Under 78, yeah. She probably is.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
Look at her. She's plus 70, but she's not plus 78.
Took a little while to get going in the first round, Nakano. And there's the turnover that was inevitable. It just was a matter of time, wasn't it, before she did it. And now in the Osai Komi, no chance now of shaking her off. Just readjust the hips there. Gets her centre of balance in the right place. And that's what we see so many of from this Japanese squad. And I see that in the broad sense. So look how she just persists here. Comes across the other side. Double lapel turn and just turns her opponent there into the hold. How simple do they make that look? Basic fundamental principles of Newaza, and they make it look so easy.
Right, contests continue. I think we're in round 2, and in some instances we're looking at quarterfinals coming up. Down on mat number 3, I think they've still got round one contest left. Well, this is interesting. This is a round 2 contest in the under 90 kilo category, so it must have been someone else who failed to come out in the...
It said in the heavyweights, wasn't it?
Was it the,
yes,
was it the heavyweights, the Georgian
Yeah.
heavyweight? Okay, right. So it wasn't that one then, okay. It was Nicholas Zalishvili, who failed to come out for the Brazilian. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Well, it went on to the 30-second clock there, didn't it, as well, and that was it.
Yeah, okay.
So Balaja here in white and Alapashvili of Georgia in blue. Of course, bear in mind that the Georgians are top of the medals at the moment as well. They've already got 2 gold medals. They will have put a lot of hope on their heavyweights.
There is an action that I really want to ask Mr. Adams about. But I know that he's got his eye on this one. So, Bulaja and Lapishvili. This could be a stumbling block for the number 1 seed here. Got to get past the Georgian. Yeah, I really want to ask you about that one, Chief. Hopefully we can keep the commentary going. And just me to give an explanation to them as to why this is not head dive. Just picks up a penalty for holding on one side for too long. It's a second penalty as well.
Yeah, Lapashvili is, well, all-out attack, and he's against the number 1 seed here. He knows that, and he knows that he's against the European champion. So a big match for him.
Here it comes.
Well, it's all Lapashvili at the moment, and so it's up to Balaja here to do something.
So there's no score, but okay, all right, okay, right. We are back concentrating on that 2 here. Minute left to go. Well, we knew it was going to be tight and close.
Well, he's attacking like crazy, isn't he? Lapashvili knows that one more mistake and it's all over here, but Balaja, I'm surprised that he hasn't got a second one here. He does. He gets the second one now, and all the work from Alapashvili there paying off, and that wasn't far off, was it? So the European champion not having it all his own way at all. Sotomaki Komi there from Balaja. Well, plenty of encouragement here for Balaja. But it's Alavashvili that is coming forward. I don't think they're going to give it for that. I really don't. All part of the action there. Balaja's coach saying, oh yes, he stepped out, but it was all part of the action. Alavashvili absolutely giving it 1,000% here. And that was a good one. Balaja, big Sianagi, so saves the day there. He was going towards the third penalty. Wow, what a good match. This could have easily been the final, couldn't it? It really could. Giving it absolutely everything here, the Georgian. Sotomaki Komi this time from Balaja. There's not a situation here yet where you could give a third Shido. And the Georgian comes forward again. We've seen so many contests here where it's gone hammer and tongs together. And this is one of them. Fantastic stuff. The crowd absolutely willing Balaja. Not far off, but it wasn't there. Oh, look how he comes in here, almost gets taken back here, doesn't he, the Georgian? Looking to go the other direction this time here, Alavashvili. Oh, he turns him into the hold down there. Balaja turns him into the hold down, and he didn't have anything left here. Alavashvili just gave it all, absolutely gave it all there, but credit there to the European champion. Balaja just manages to turn him over, hold him. 2 minutes 20 into golden score. He gave everything. Here comes the turn. And as soon as he gets in, super stuff. Balaja then, the winner. gives us a chance to look at Harvent. Harvent here up against Mikulas of the USA, and that is it, all over. Harvent just finishes it off on the opening attack there. Big Sodi Komigoshi there, right the way over the top. Look at him, catches the sleeve, and it was all over before it even began there.